We're going to take a look at the UFC athlete rankings after UFC Milwaukee. I'm going to full screen this right here. We will isolate the video on Fightful's MMA and boxing YouTube. No changes to the pound-for-pound rankings. I don't even know why we should talk about these flyweight rankings, but the only adjustment is everybody moves up because Sergio Pettis moves out. Nothing to really approach there. No changes to bantamweight. No changes to featherweight. Lightweight saw a change, though. Ali Aquinta, James, jumps 4 spots to number 4. This pushes down Kevin Lee 1, Barboza down 1, even with a victory. Gaethje down 1, Pettis down 1. I think this makes sense. Barboza got beat by Kevin Lee. Ali Aquinta beat Kevin Lee. This is a rare instance of me saying, wow, the rankings panel got it right, but I want to know what you think.
Well, why is Chiesa on there? He's at 170 now. They should take him off. I know. I guess it depends on when you actually compete at that weight class. But I would have still removed him at this point because he has a scheduled fight at 170. It's not like he's like I interviewed him last week. He's not going down to 55 anymore. He's too big of a guy. So we
also,
can get rid of him.
Why is Diaz there?
Exactly. Yeah. Inactivity. Yeah.
And we'll talk about the Pena thing. Pena got pulled from the rankings as she's preparing to return from a pregnancy after 2 years of inactivity. Nate Diaz has been inactive for 2 years, isn't planning a return, and is still there. That is weird. Fightful alumni Elias Theodorou moves up a spot over Uriah Hall. I'm fine with this. I mean, why not? When's the last time Uriah Hall won?
Well, he's fighting Bevon Lewis at the end of the year, so I agree. He needs a win there for sure. Why is Thiago Santos on the rankings again? Another what is with
weird.
These? And he's had a couple fights at 205 pounds. Put him on the 205 rankings. He just beat Jimmy Manuwa. I don't see, and he's had 2 fights now at light heavyweight because he beat Anders at 205 and then he beat Manuwa. So he should be off there. That's dumb as well. These rankings, man. I mean, don't even get me started.
I tried to apply for the panel years ago, got rejected, and I'm really glad that I did. It's real weird. They really need to expand it. They need to incentivize. I don't know if you could pay people to rank these guys. I don't know if you could implement contemporary. I mean, my God, when we find out how much Chuck Liddell was making to be in the UFC, he better be watching every UFC fight. He better be keeping up with that. That way he can be a part of this panel. No changes to the light heavyweight division, women's strawweight division, but we see big changes at women's flyweight. Nico Montano gone out of the rankings due to inactivity. Sajara Eubanks moves up 1. Caitlin Chookagian in a loss moves up 1 as a result. Joanna Jędrzejczyk moves up 3 as she was originally ranked at number 6-7. Joanne Calderwood up 2. Everybody else seems to move up 1 until Montana De La Rosa debuts. But really, the talk is Joanna Jędrzejczyk as she keeps moving up and the confusion around what she's doing at strawweight. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one because, I mean, it seems like she is going back down to strawweight for her next fight. So do you keep her there at flyweight? It's really tough to say at this point. I guess I kind of don't blame them in this instance for having her in both rankings, but having her as 4, I mean, I guess I don't even know how you determine that because she lost at flyweight. She doesn't have any wins at flyweight, like in the UFC. So why is she 4? Because she lost to the title fight? Go fight for the title and then you're guaranteed to be ranked top 5. It just seems weird. So I don't know. I personally, I would take Joanna off flyweight, keep her on strawweight, and yeah, I don't know. And I think, open up another spot at flyweight because really, I don't know. It doesn't, just based off what she's saying and what the UFC is saying, it doesn't seem like she's going to stay at flyweight for her next fight.
Yeah, and Sajara Eubanks has already announced that she's moving up, so that'll be gone. So you look for Joanna to move up even more soon. Women's bantamweight, you had Pena moved out of there, so that pushes everybody up a spot. The big winners were Tanya Evinger, Lena Landsberg. They move up to Talita Bernardo at number 15. Anything here that stands out to you?
Not much. Just how weak that division has become. I mean, it was sort of when Ronda Rousey was, reigning supreme. It was a pretty stacked class. You had Miesha Tate. You had, so many other people. But now, you look at some of the bottom of the rankings there. It's not very clear in terms of where people are placed. So that's a division that's get built back up again, and it doesn't help that you have the bantamweight champion fighting for the featherweight title. And if somehow Nunes wins, I mean, that's really going to complicate things. So we'll see what they decide to do there.